Hey everybody, I know it's been a super long minute, but I am back finally, and today I'm going to show you all how to make your own homemade fig Newtons. As you can see before me, I have some Turkish figs. I'm about to quarter all of these up, which in total is 8 ounces. I'm going to quarter them up. I'm going to put them here in my saucepan and then add to that 2 cups of apple juice, a little sprig of salt, and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Once I combine all those ingredients in the saucepan here, I'm gonna move on over to my stove and I'm gonna simmer them and cook them for about 25 to 30 minutes to get them nice reconstituted, and then mush them up to turn them into my fig paste. And then after that, I will rejoin you and show you how to make the dough for the fig Newtons. All right, so we have our figs here, medium heat setting. I'm gonna go ahead and add the 2 cups of apple juice. And a little bit of salt. And we're going to cook this down at this temperature for 25 to 30 minutes. I had mentioned before the lemon juice needs to go in there, but we're gonna wait until this cooks down after that 25-minute period. Add the lemon juice in when we go to puree it. Oopsies, but hey, I fixed it. 30 minutes has passed. I simmered down the figs and the apple juice on the stovetop. I'm gonna go ahead and add the lemon juice now. And then we're just gonna do a quick blend of everything, and we will have our fig paste. All right, and I'm gonna set this off to the side to let it cool and set up while we make our fig Newton dough. We are moving on to making the dough part of our fig Newton. Kitty cat back there. In this bowl here, we have a cup and a quarter of all-purpose flour. Then we have a half a teaspoon of baking powder we're gonna add in. Set that off to the side. Then we have a quarter teaspoon of salt we're gonna add in. Mix it together. Kitty, what are you doing? Kitty cat wants in the back room with Aiden, my son. So we're gonna whisk it, incorporate all this together. And once we do that, we're gonna set it off to the side, our dry mix. Then we're gonna start on our wet mix, which in here I've already put 3/4 cup of light brown sugar. This is 6 tablespoons of softened butter. It cooperated for once. And then we're gonna mix this together, cream it, and then we'll add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and this egg. We'll get the wet mixture together, and then we will add it into our dry mixture here, so hang tight. All right, Kitty again. 2 teaspoons, 1, 2. Our egg. Resume mixing. So we have our wet mixture here, ready to go. Go ahead and take my spatula, add this to our dry mixture. And again, this is gonna make the dough for the fig Newtons. Once I mix and combine all this together, I'm gonna reserve 3/4 of it for the top layer of the fig Newton. I'm gonna go ahead and, after I take the 3/4 out of it, I'm gonna use the rest of it and make it an 8-inch square to go in this pan here into my oven that is preheating at 350 degrees back there. Our wet and dry ingredients are fully incorporated now. I took 3/4 of part of the mixture I set it off to the side here for the top layer of the Fig Newton. I'm gonna go ahead now and take this and press it. I'm gonna put some parchment down in there also to ensure that I don't have anything stick. And I'm gonna smooth it on out into this pan here and then put it in our preheated oven, 350 degrees. We're gonna bake it for 20 minutes. All right, here is my 8-inch pan. It's got our bottom layer of Fig Newton crust, and I'm gonna go put it in the oven. See you in 20 minutes. All right, while that is in our oven baking, I'm going to take these 2 parchment sheets here and grease them a bit with this unsalted butter. For our top part of our crust here, I'm gonna flatten it out into a square, and I'm gonna sandwich it in between these 2 pieces of parchment paper and store it in the freezer until that comes out of the oven. And I can go ahead and apply the fig to that layer, put this layer on top of that layer, and back into the oven for 25 minutes. I have made my crust, taken the butter side, making a little sandwich, and into the freezer we go. This is our bottom part of our Fig Newton crust, 30 minutes later. And now I'm gonna take the Fig Newton filling, I'm gonna spread it out over the top of this, and then I'm gonna take our square that I just pulled out from the freezer and top it off, and we're gonna put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes. All right, it is all assembled, bottom layer, the fig filling, and our top layer, and I'm gonna put it back in the oven for 30 minutes. I'm gonna rotate it halfway through, and then I will return to show you all our finished product. Okie dokie, 1 hour post oven check-in. I have cut up our Fig Newton into little squares here. Y'all, this is amazing. These are so more decadent and gourmet than the ones you buy in the store. And it's so easy to make it in the comfort of your own kitchen. So what are you waiting for? But thanks again for tuning in as always. And until the next video, see y'all then.